Hello students, I hope you're ready to solve the multiple choice questions of the poem A Considerable Speck. As I read the questions and the options, you can write your option answer into your notebook and check your answers towards the end. So let's go to the first question. Who wrote the poem A Considerable Speck? A. H. W. Longfellow, B. Robert Frost, C. William Wordsworth, or D. Thomas Hood? Second question, why did the poet say, a speck that would have been beneath my sight? Why couldn't the poet perceive the speck? A, he couldn't see properly. B, the paper was of a dark color. C, the speck was tiny. Or D, he was immersed in his writing. Third, what made the poet notice the speck? A, its speed. B, its cry. C, its color. Or D, the white paper. Fourth question, how did the speaker try to stop the speck? A, with a period of ink. B, with his fingers. C, by squishing it. Or D, by shaking the paper. Fifth question, I had dash poised my pen in air. A, just. B, quickly. C, idly. Or D, immediately. Sixth, where did the speaker first find the speck? A, on the corner of the paper. B, in the middle of the sheet. C, across from what he had written. Or D, on the top of the sheet. Seven, what made the speaker think that the speck was strange? A, it was not blown by his breathing. B, the size. C, the color was unique. Or D, it was going in odd directions. 8. What is the speck that is mentioned in the poem? A, a small insect. B, a dust mite. C, a small dot made by the pen. Or D, a dust particle. 9. Which unique trait did the speaker say that the speck possessed? A, fast at movement. B, able to camouflage in the paper. C, pretend to be dead. Or D, with inclinations of its own. 10th question. What did the speck pause and do? A, pretended as if it was reading. B, stopped and did nothing. C, became suspicious of the pen. Or D, started running again. 11. Where did the speck race widely onto? A, to where the manuscript was still damp. B, to where the pen was placed. C, to where the writing was dried. Or D, it just went aimlessly round the paper. 12. What did the speck pause again and do? A, smelt the ink. B, drank the ink. C, either drank or smelt the ink. Or D, both drank and smelt the ink. 13. How did the speck react after the previous action? A, it loathed. B, it was unaffected. C, it again turned to fly. Or D, both A and C. 14. Who is the speaker talking about being intelligent? A, himself. B, the speck. C, his readers. Or D, both A and B. 15. It seemed too tiny to have dash. A, mouth. B, feet. C, eyes. Or D, a mind of its own. 16. What made the speaker believe that it had a set of them complete? A. By expressing how much it did not want to die. B. By showing its intelligence. C. By showing it could taste. Or D. By its peculiar movements. So in the previous question, you will know a set of what complete. And that, how did the speaker believe that it had that complete? So the 15th and 16th are related. 17. How are the movements of the speck described by the speaker? A. It ran in an abrupt manner. B. It ran with fear and terror. C. It ran with fear and crafty manner. And D. It ran in the direction of his writing. 18. After it faltered, what did the poet notice? A. It stopped completely. B. It started running rapidly again. C. It was confused. Or D. It hesitated. 19. What did the speck do after going to the middle of the open sheet? A. It paused with suspicion. B. It cowered down. C. It raced widely on. Or D. None of the above. 20. Why did the speck surrender? A. It was tired. B. It did not know what to do. C. It was ready to accept any fate. Or D. It had nowhere to go. 21. What kind of love does the speaker say that he does not possess? A. Collectivistic regimenting love. B. Tenderer than thou type. C. Selfless and gentle love. Or D. Both A and B. 22nd. By what kind of love is the modern world swept by? A. Collectivistic regimenting love. B. Tenderer than thou type. C. Selfless and gentle love. Or D. Both A and B. 23. What emotion does the poet feel when he says, poor microscopic item? A. Sadness. B. Pity. C. Anxious. Or D. Afraid. 24. Which literary device is used in it paused as if with suspicion of my pen? A. Metaphor. B. Personification. C. Anthropomorphism. Or D. Alliteration. 25. Why didn't the poet harm the speck? A. Because it was too tiny. B. Because it seemed too vulnerable. C. Because he was not an evil person. Or D. Since the speck did not do any harm to him. 26. What fate did the speaker give to the speck? A. He crushed the speck with his pen. B. He let it lie there till it slept. C. He carefully transferred it to the ground. Or D. He continued with his writing. 27. I have a mind myself and recognize dash. A. Mind. B. Intelligence. C. Pitiable creatures. Or D. Harmless individuals. 28. What emotion does the poet feel towards the end? A. Sadness. B. Glad. C. Anxious. Or D. Worried. 29. What elates the poet in the end? A. Seeing a dust mite. B. Writing his work. C. Recognizing other intelligent beings. Or D. Discovering the least display of mind. 30. Which of these is not the theme of the poem? So 3 are, one of this isn't. So you have to recognize which one. A. Appreciating intelligence wherever they are found. B. Showing empathy to all life forms. C. How one can get distracted during writing. Or D. Finding significance even in the insignificant. 31. The title A Considerable Speck is A. Homonym, B. Irony, C. Paradox, or D. Oxymoron. Okay, you would have got this answer correct if you had listened to the video where I'm explaining the entire poem. Okay, so here is the answer key. You can check your answers. Please pause the video as you check your answers. I hope you did well. If not, it's a learning phase. You can keep learning well before your examination and score well. All the best, and I'm praying for each one of you. But please remember, subscribe and also share it with your friends. Thank you.